You're a really good person. You're a really good boyfriend.
Shut up. You left.
You don't listen.
I actually had a panic attack.
Use this.
What the? Liz, seeing Liz crying.
I see that as a positive.
Evil Big Ed is back. He made Liz cry, and he likes it?
Oh my God.
I knew this would happen. I took a little break, just a few days. I come back. What happened? You're making this girl cry and enjoying it. You are such a supervillain. And also, I've seen a meme, by the way, that a fan sent that I cannot get out of my head. You look like Chris D'Elia if he got bopped on the head. You're like him, but bopped. There are three consistent things in life that we all know. Death, taxes, and Big Ed managing to mess up every relationship he's in. I see a lot of people saying that, are they together? Are they not together? I don't know. I haven't actually watched any of the footage at all, so this is gonna be the first time seeing this. Don't spoil it. Quick aside, I know that I'm a little late on this topic. I just wanted to say a sincere thank you to everyone who's been on my Instagram and knows that there's some family stuff going down, and I just need a little time to take care of that. Thank you to everyone who's been so positive for this time. Really sorry for being later than usual on this topic, but like a fat nudist at the beach, there is a lot to cover. One more thing, if you're new here and like the channel, please do hit that subscribe button. If we get enough subscribers, I would love to do an interview with Big Ed, and I've seen how much he charges. Really, $2,000 to do a Skype interview with him for like 10 minutes? This bro is wilding. But I also want to really do the interview, so if we have enough people, that would be fun. Anyway, let us get into the video. So the last time that Big Ed and Liz were together so far is when they met Big Ed's daughter, Tiffany. And she didn't throw shade at Liz, she threw a fucking palm tree at her. It was because Liz was younger, and she also said Liz had Botox and things. Now they're going from Vegas back to Big Ed's manhole, and something has happened.
A few days ago, I got back from Vegas. Things went from bad to worse. Liz and I got into this huge fight, and we haven't spoke for 4 days.
Like how? This whole episodic thing has been, hi, I'm Big Ed. Listen, I got into a fight. Oh, I'm gonna do him so dirty. Hey, I'm Big Ed, this is me from A Single Life. I met Liz and she's so hot, she serves me food and the food's hot. I just asked her out on a date and she said, she just wanna be friends. But TLC paid her money and now she wants to kiss me, but she didn't want to kiss me on the lips. But something happened, I have no idea what TLC did, but now she's my girlfriend and we did goat yoga, but she's coming with me to a wedding. I don't know. But now we had sex and I just got her to meet my daughter and I said my daughter looks just like her. It's like a never-ending roller coaster with this man. This is Big Ed's life right here. Like that. So as soon as Big Ed gets back in town, he meets up with Lily. If there's anyone that actually supports and seems to really care about him, it's Lily. But anyway, she's there and she listens to why Big Ed and Liz are not talking.
We end up at a club.
Okay.
Tiffany and her friends show up. It took them over half an hour to even say hello.
They were at a club. And they didn't film that? They didn't film this short Oompa Loompa dancing? Why does it have to be in 240p that I catch this man dancing? I would love to see this man in a suit just busting it open. Big Ed may not have a lot of things, but he could bust it open on the dance floor. Very sad that they didn't film that. Continue, sorry.
We get up to leave the club and I could tell Liz was upset. I kept asking, what did I do? She goes, it's not your fault. I don't want to talk about it, but I couldn't let it go. We get into a little argument.
It's not even worth the word at this point. We get into a little argument. That's all she needs to say. We got into another argument. She's like, yeah, I already know this was gonna happen.
She basically told me that my daughter and her friend, apparently they were talking shit about Liz. She booked her flight and left me the next morning, all by myself.
No.
Okay, I have a question. Who goes clubbing with their daughter? Did you think that was Liz and mistakenly take her to the club, buy her a drink, and be like, oh no. And you tried to hit on your daughter at the club, didn't you? The lights were dark and stuff. You're like, damn, look at that ass. Your mama must have been proud. And she turned around, she was like, you would know. Ooh. Big Ed went to the club with his daughter and her friend, which is already one of the creepiest sentences I've ever heard, but he was waiting for Liz, and apparently Tiffany and her friend were talking Liz, and she was like, I'm out, and she just left Big Ed as well. Seems warranted, honestly. I don't know how I would react if I had a girlfriend who took her dad to the club and her dad and his friend shit talked me, I would leave as well, I think.
So I texted Liz. She's gonna come over later.
And she's young. Getting in an argument because the daughter says something? She's supposed to be an adult. You can't storm out of everything. That's something my 8-year-old son does.
What is this, the fucking tropics? Why is everyone throwing palm trees at Liz? I did not expect Lily to come that hard. Oh my God, that's what she said. Anyway, she's not even wrong. That's the thing. Big Ed didn't actually do anything wrong. You can't really police other people around you on what they're going to say. So I don't know if Liz should have gotten so angry to leave Big Ed alone, because he actually, by all accounts, didn't say anything. So that was a little immature, but damn, my 8-year-old son does that? That was such a it became a discord. Let me explain. Lily was like, cut the umbilical, bitch. Oh.
I've never been with anyone that is so amazing. And when she's not next to me, I'm a mess. She's the one.
That sounds romantic till you realize he said that about Rose and probably said that about his first wife who he had Tiffany with. He probably even said that to Tiffany, not knowing that she wasn't Liz at some point. I used to feel like, oh, that is so sweet. Until I realized he says that about literally everything. I feel like his barber could cut his hair and he'd be like, you are the one.
We don't know how to communicate. And if we are going to be together, we have something we have to do.
So Ed realizes that, yeah, he probably needs better communication. So yet again, he texts Liz on his phone and he's like, can we talk about this? And unsurprisingly, she agrees. You know why? TLC money. That's why. Hey Liz, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Oops. What the hell was that? Did you see that? I didn't see that. Oh, you know, if you pick that up, you're gonna have to meet Big Ed. I'm just saying. That Vespa's waiting for you.
I've got buckets of anger, and I've got buckets of pain. I've got buckets of everything.
Maybe I should call a plumber or even a stripper, that sort of thing. That way I could get my toilet unclogged and shove some dollars into a G-string. This music is killing me, bro. This is gonna sound really bad. Is that a human-sized blanket or is he just...
I texted Liz, and Liz agreed to come over so we can talk. And I'm really nervous. We haven't talked since our fight in Vegas. And I miss her.
Yep, that's gonna bring her back, Ed. I'm just gonna light some candles, put it by the jacuzzi in case she remembers the great sex that we had. I'm gonna try to bring that up every chance I get because I'm gonna miss that the most.
Everything reminds me of her, like everything.
Every single thing I look at a painting, I look at my jacuzzi, I look at my daughter, all of them remind me of her.
I love Liz, I wanna be with her. And
Why was that so powerful? That was very aggressive, wasn't it? That was so aggressive. He just like slammed it on the ground. What the fuck? Yeah, I got these sheets. I'm gonna. Whew. You want a pillow?
Just want to reconcile and see how we can communicate better. So I got the champagne, the wine, the fire, because she is what I want. I want to know that I'm what she wants forever.
Like I keep saying, he has the body of a 50-something-year-old man and the mind of an 8th grader. Can't say things like forever. This is too fast. Dude, you're missing the bigger picture. There are clear issues that you need to work on in order to even get through to the next week, let alone forever. You bringing out the wine, champagne, and lighting candles is not gonna make her want to be with you. If you go to a restaurant, the waiter puts that on the table. You don't want to have sex with a waiter, do you? Do you? Oh my God, you did! Liz was a waiter. She brought him food enough times. He was like, she brings me food. I could probably, if I could have sex with her too, then I'm gonna marry her.
Dinner with Tiffany was tense. I definitely didn't feel comfortable talking to her. At the club, I heard Tiffany and the comments the friend was saying, giggling, chatting. Can't you just find someone your age? I was sitting right next to her.
I mean, honestly, let me stand up for Liz. It's not actually the worst thing in the world to go out with someone who's like in their 50s when you're 28, 30. There's nothing really predominantly wrong with that. It's well within your legal right, so what the hell am I doing telling you what you should do? I know that that's Big Ed's daughter, but it's still Big Ed's life, and he deserves to live it. And it must be very heartbreaking to hear that the person you're going out with, their daughter seems to hate you. That sucks, because she didn't do anything personally to Tiffany. Except apparently look like her. But you know, when all's said and done, I still keep saying the same thing. Why the fuck would you bring your daughter to a club, bro? What are you trying to grind up on her? Cause you know damn well they're gonna play I'm in love with a stripper and she's gonna do some things. Personal PSA, don't go clubbing with your daughter. Thank you from everyone, sincerely, thank you.
When Ed was asking me what was going on, I didn't want to open up about it, but he kept pushing for it and pushing for it and pushing for it and pushing for it and pushing for it.
Well, one thing Big Ed does like doing is pushing, and he does not like being left in the dark, so to speak. One of the worst qualities any partner could have, guy or girl, is to be possessive. So if Big Ed just left it at, hey, if you need anything, I'm here, I'm sure Liz would have been like, that's actually really sweet and considerate. Maybe I will tell you. Big Ed was probably at the club like, come on, man, they're playing Pitbull. Why are you so sad? I know you want me. I know. Why are you crying? Why are you so sad? I just don't get it.
Can we talk about Vegas? I just want to, you know, apologize. What happened at the club wasn't fair to you. And I don't know how you feel. I think we're not very good communicators.
So far so good. Can't wait to see how he fucks this up.
When you left, I actually had a panic attack.
16 seconds.
I feel bad for leaving, but I didn't expect this.
When you were all sad about my daughter saying that you should get someone your own age, guess what I was doing? Having a panic attack. I was like, ah! That's what I was doing. Maybe not the best thing to say at a time when she's vulnerable. And I know it's so easy to just hate on Big Ed, but I want to actually elaborate on what he's saying.
I don't use this, I use this. And what you do is you pull back. Because you shut down, it made me feel like I thought you were mad at me, but I couldn't shut up, I couldn't let it go.
He deals with things in a very different way than she does. He externalizes his problems, she internalizes it. So it's a hard way to communicate when two people operate on two different bases. If someone doesn't talk to him, he thinks that they're mad at them. And if she has to talk too much, she gets mad at someone. So it's obviously a very hard way to communicate. And I don't think either of them are really in the wrong or in the right. It was just honestly maybe the wrong time to say that.
He's not really listening to how I feel, and that's definitely hard. You're a really good person. You're a really good boyfriend. You don't listen.
It's one of the pillars of being a good boyfriend and girlfriend is like listening. You're a really great girlfriend. Except you listen to nothing. So you're great. Other than that, you're great. Also, you're really bad at sex. That was a backhanded compliment.
I want to work on this relationship.
And me too. Am I what you want?
I don't care what you say. That's hilarious. He looks like he's a actual kid, like peeking out of a blanket to tell her some shit. I want to be together. Forever.
Am I who you want to be with? And I mean, like, not today, not next week.
Am I your forever?
God, darn it, Big Ed. You almost had it. She said that you wanted to communicate and be better. You said that you were gonna make things better. Why do you ask about forever? Have you ever seen the Shrek series? 1, 2, 3, forever after. 2 good ones, 1 horrible trash one, and then the 4th one. It takes that long to get to forever. You don't ask about it right away. Yes, I get all of my relationship advice from Shrek. Olga married a human being. That's sexy, okay? And a donkey fucked a dragon. And yes, he fucked her because they had kids that are donkeys that fly. It's one of the greatest relationship movies, like The Notebook for animals.
I feel like the relationship was very rushed, but yeah, I want you. But as far as forever, I don't think that's a fair question to ask me still so soon. But yeah, you are what I want.
Oh, does this guy have like a magic dong? Big Ed must be doing something right. I never get this many chances. I say something like twice wrong, and she's like, get out. I look at her, I'll be like, oh, one ass cheek look a little more deflated than the other, get out. Oops. I fully thought they were gonna break up. I'm so invested in Big Ed's shitty love life that I actually care about him vaguely enough to be like, oh, don't mess it up. Oh, he got into the classic position. That's when he lies on a pillow and the neck fat like soothes over. It's like he looked like Jabba the Hutt kind of. Like, I want a shot of that with Big Ed's like this. I need that in my life. Then he gets hungry and presumably starts trying to bite her hands off, but she does not seem to mind.
Seeing Liz get emotional tonight and crying, I see that as a positive, and I'm feeling pretty good about that.
I know what he's trying to say, but in any phrase of that, does that even remotely sound right to you? When she cried and she was like, I just can't. I was like, yes, that is what I like. I'm a sociopath. Hey, girl. Liz is like, why did I say yes to this?
You drive me crazy.
Okay, so that was the video. Honestly, took a really unexpected turn. It wasn't 100% Big Ed's fault. Somehow Tiffany got the assist in there. Yet another almost breakup for Big Ed. If you count Big Ed's almost breakups, it's gotta be a Guinness World Record. The record title would be number of times almost broken up with girl by man with shortest neck. I think by now everyone's kinda aware of Big Ed's traits. He's very pushy, he's very persistent, and he has to know at all times where his partner is. He's like extremely jealous for some reason. If Big Ed could learn to give people he loves space, I think the relationships would work out almost infinitely better. And it really does suck to see Liz cry like that because she does seem to want to be in this relationship. And there's only like 3 reasons I can think of her doing that. 1, Big Ed has her. Big Ed. 2, TLC is just bankrolling the shit out of her. And 3, she actually loves Big Ed. So, I guess it's number 2 then. Alright guys, so that was the video. Please be sure to tune in like a day or 2 because I have the next episode coming out very soon. And then after that, I have the tell-all, which I cannot wait for. It's gonna be spicy. Thank you so much for watching the video. I really do appreciate the support on the Big Ed videos. I'm glad that you like them. And me, Rufus, and Fluffs will see you on the next one. Fluffs, take us away.
Nah. I enjoy life.